Look around at the online learning industry today. Education is one of the most profitable digital business models on earth, worth over $300 billion annually. Yet for decades, creating a $1 million course or educational brand required a massive production setup. Expensive cameras, studio lighting, professional voice actors, video editors, and months of grueling manual effort. What if I told you that the entire barrier to entry has completely dissolved? Today, a single creator sitting in a bedroom, armed with nothing more than an internet connection and a handful of generative video tools, can build, launch, and scale a multi-million-dollar educational empire in a fraction of the time it used to take an entire media company. In the next 30 minutes, we are going to break down the exact step-by-step framework to plan, produce, automate, and monetize a high-value educational brand using cutting-edge artificial intelligence. To understand why generative video is disrupting education, we first have to look at the traditional bottlenecks of content creation. In the old model of online education, creators faced three massive hurdles: production speed, production cost, and scalability. If you wanted to produce a 50-module video course, you had to write 50 scripts, record dozens of hours of high-definition video, edit out mistakes, design graphics, hire voiceover talent, and manually render video files. If information changed 6 months later, you had to rehire the crew, reshoot the footage, and re-edit the entire module. Generative video completely flips this paradigm. By leveraging advanced AI script writing engines, hyper-realistic digital avatars, AI voice cloning, automated video generation, and dynamic asset synthesis, you can produce studio-grade educational content at a fraction of the cost and at 10 times the speed of traditional video production. This isn't about creating cheap, low-quality spam content that nobody watches. This is about building a premium, highly engaging educational brand that delivers immense value to students while keeping your operating costs near zero. Let's break down the 4 core pillars of building a $1 million educational empire using generative video: market selection, the AI production pipeline, curriculum design, and automated distribution and monetization. Pillar 1, high-ticket niche selection and market validation. The biggest mistake aspiring educational creators make is choosing a niche that is too broad or impossible to monetize. If you create a generic course on how to use Excel, you are competing against millions of free YouTube tutorials. To build a $1 million business, you must target high-value, skill-based niches where solving a specific problem directly results in your student making money, saving time, or advancing their career. Think about niches like enterprise software automation and AI integration, specialized financial trading and ethical wealth management, advanced digital marketing, media buying and funnel architecture, high-income creative skills like 3D animation, game development, and modern UX design, health, longevity, and biooptimization for busy executives. When a student knows that learning a skill will add $20,000 to their annual income, paying $500 to $2,000 for a comprehensive, beautifully produced online program becomes an obvious investment. Once you select your target niche, you use AI research agents to scrape community forums, customer reviews, and search trends to identify the exact pain points, unanswered questions, and skill gaps your audience experiences daily. You aren't guessing what to teach. You are letting real market data build your course outline. Pillar 2, the generative AI production pipeline. Once your curriculum structure is locked in, you execute the production pipeline. This is where generative video tools do 90% of the heavy lifting. The production pipeline is broken into 4 automated stages. Stage 1, scripting and knowledge architecture. Using advanced large language models, you feed your research syllabus into custom prompts designed to generate comprehensive, pedagogically sound lesson plans. You don't just ask the AI to write a lesson. You instruct it to structure the lesson with an engaging hook, real-world case studies, step-by-step instructional frameworks, and practical exercises. This ensures the educational quality rivals top university programs. Stage 2, voice cloning and audio synthesis. Instead of spending days in a soundproof booth recording audio, you create a hyper-realistic voice clone using AI voice synthesis platforms. By training a model on just a few minutes of high-quality audio, You can generate natural, emotionally expressive, studio-grade narration in over 30 languages instantly. If a lesson needs an update next year, you simply change the text script and your voice clone updates the audio in seconds. Stage 3. Generative AI presenters and digital avatars. For modules that require a face-to-camera presenter, you no longer need studio cameras or professional presenters. Generative AI video tools allow you to create custom photorealistic digital avatars that deliver your lessons with natural microexpressions, accurate lip syncing, and perfect posture. You can feature a consistent digital instructor across your entire brand or build an entire roster of multicultural AI professors suited for different global markets. Stage 4. Dynamic visual B-roll and graphic synthesis. A video of a talking head gets boring quickly. High student retention requires constant visual stimulation, graphics, diagrams, animations, and relevant B-roll footage. Generative text-to-video platforms and image synthesis models allow you to generate custom, cinematic background visuals, 3D diagrams, and contextual B-roll clips simply by typing a descriptive text prompt. Instead of searching stock video libraries for hours to find a generic clip, you generate bespoke visual assets tailored precisely to the concept you are explaining. Pillar 3. Automated video editing and modular curriculum assembly. Once your raw assets, narration, avatar video, and generative B-roll are created, automated video editing suites combine them seamlessly. AI-powered video editors automatically remove pauses, background noise, and filler words from audio tracks. Generate animated, high-contrast captions on screen for maximum viewer retention. Intelligently insert generative B-roll and motion graphics whenever key concepts are mentioned. Auto-frame video for multi-platform distribution, outputting widescreen 16:9 formats for course portals and 9:16 vertical formats for promotional social media clips. Because your video production is entirely script-driven and automated, you can produce an entire 10-hour broadcast-quality educational course in a single weekend. What used to take a dedicated production studio 3 months to film and edit now takes a single operator 48 hours. Pillar 4. Scaling and multi-language empire building. Here is where a simple online course transforms into a true global educational empire. Instant international localization. If you produce a course exclusively in English, you are ignoring 80% of the global market. Traditionally, translating a video course into Spanish, Portuguese, French, Arabic, and Mandarin meant hiring dozens of voice actors, translators, and video editors to redub every lesson manually. With generative video translation tools, you can upload your finished English course and automatically translate the entire curriculum into dozens of languages simultaneously. Advanced AI voice translation engines don't just translate the text, they clone your voice tone, preserve your cadence, and automatically modify the lip movements of your digital video avatar to match the new language perfectly. Overnight, your educational program becomes accessible to millions of students across Europe, Latin America, the Middle East, and Asia, expanding your addressable market exponentially without multiplying your workload. Pillar 5. Monetization, community, and value stacking. Producing great content is only half the battle. To build $1 million business, you must structure your offer effectively. The most successful AI-driven educational brands don't just sell one-off $50 courses, they build multi-tiered educational ecosystems. Top-of-funnel media. You use generative video tools to flood social media platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram with high-value short-form clips, teasers, and tutorials. This organic traffic engine drives hundreds of thousands of views every month with zero ad spend. Core flagship course, $300 to $1,000. A fully structured, self-paced masterclass produced via your generative AI pipeline that solves a primary skill gap for your students. High-ticket interactive community, $2,000 to $5,000 per year. While generative video handles the delivery of information, human connection remains premium. You pair your automated AI curriculum with weekly live Q&A sessions, peer networking groups, and direct feedback channels. Information is commoditized, but community, accountability, and transformation will always command top dollar. By letting generative AI handle 90% of the content production, you free up your personal bandwidth to focus exclusively on student success, marketing strategy, and high-level community building. The landscape of media, education, and content creation has permanently shifted. The era of needing multi-million-dollar studios and massive technical teams to produce world-class educational programs is officially over. We are living through a unique historical moment where an individual with vision, discipline, and mastery over generative AI video tools can compete directly with legacy universities and media conglomerates. Building $1 million educational empire is no longer a question of capital or studio budget. It is simply a question of leveraging the right tools, identifying high-value knowledge, and taking consistent action. Are you ready to use AI tools to package your knowledge and build your own educational brand? Let me know your thoughts and questions in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button to keep upgrading your business, tech, and AI skills, and I will see you in the next video.